Magandang umagang Wednesday sa inyong lahat. Muli kami sumasa inyo. Sa umagang ito, ang inyong lingkod po, Erlinda Erardo po.
Good morning to everybody. Salamat po, nandiyan kayo ulit na handang sumubaybay sa programa po natin. Okay? Salamat po muli sa bawat isa at sa pangalan po ng ating Panginoong Kristo, kayo po ay aming binabati na magandang araw po.
Okay, bago tayo magsimula ay manalangin muna tayo.
Dakila at aming Diyos, Ama sa langit, salamat po marami sa pagkataon nito na ma-discuss po namin pag-ugali o yung attitude na napakahalaga po na bahagi ng buhay ng isang tao. Tulungan niyo po kami na maayos po ito na aming masabi pagkat ang nais po lang namin, Panginoon, lahat kami ay magkaroon ng attitude na maganda. Lalo na as we serve yung aming risen Savior. Salamat po ng marami muli. Ito po ang aming dalangin at kahilingan sa pangalan ng Panginoon. Amen.
Okay. Amen and amen. Ang ating pong topic ko ngayon ay leadership quality. Iko-continue po natin ang leadership quality. Ito ay attitude of a leader. Okay, ano ba ang attitude? Attitude is an emotion you demonstrate through your action. Okay? Let us note this. Servant leaders have a good attitude. Ito pong alalahanin natin palagi. As servant leaders have a good attitude. Attitude can make a great difference in your life because it impacts your ability to lead yourself and others well. Your attitude colors every aspect of your life. It is like the mind's paints brush. It can paint everything in bright, vibrant color, create a masterpiece, or it can make everything dark and dreary. Your attitude may be affected by anything from your personality to your experiences to your family and friends. But one thing is clear, your attitude affects everything.
Okay? Attitude. Attitude po ay choice. There are going to be times in your life when you do not feel like being happy or kind. But you can still choose to be. There will be times when you are in bad situation that makes it hard for you to be positive. But you can still choose to be. There will be a time when you are in bad situation that make it hard for you to be positive. But you can still choose to be. According to Sir John Maxwell, all things being equal, attitude wins. All things not being equal, attitude sometimes still wins. Okay?
Yes.
Your attitude to trust God has a huge influence on the way you see the world, your work, and people around you. Your attitude can make all things difference in how you decide to act when things are not going well with you or for you. The best way to change your attitude is to change your thoughts o kaisipan. You can focus on knowing that God cares about you. He is committed to take care of you even when things go wrong. When you put your faith in this truth and act on it every day, you will develop the attitude you need to grow as a leader.
Yes. Would you like to ask? Is there anyone in your life who consistently has a good attitude? You think about it. Now, how has having a bad attitude affected you in the past? How to let go of negative thoughts and emotion. Number one, self-defeating talk. Self-defeating talk are messages we send to ourselves which reduce our confidence, diminish our performance, lower our potential, and ultimately sabotage our success. Nakakalungkot. Would you like it if a friend tells you repeatedly that you cannot succeed. Another, you are not good enough. You lack confidence. You don't have what it takes, or you are going to fail. Would you consider this person a real friend? If not, why would you want to talk or think this way to yourself? Engaging in habitual self-defeating talk is like having a false friend who puts you down all day long. You become your worst enemy and detractor.
Okay? Pangalawa po, negative comparison with others. One of the easiest and most common ways to feel bad about oneself is to compare yourself unfavorably to others. We may be tempted to compare ourselves with those who have more accomplishment, seems more attractive, makes more money, or boast more Facebook friends. When you find yourself wishing to behave as someone else has and feel jealous, inferior, or inadequate as the result, you have a negative social comparison. Research indicate that habitual negative social comparisons can cause a person to experience greater stress,
Yes.
anxiety, depression, and make self-defeating choices.
Wow. Number 3 po, negative rumination about the past. We should learn from the past but not be stuck in it. Sometimes, like circumstances and personal setbacks are haunt and prevent us from seeing our true potential and recognizing new opportunities. What has already happened cannot be changed. But what is yet to happen, we can shape and influence. Nothing is worth more than this day. Don't dwell on the past. Make better choices today and move on.
Yes!
Okay. Abraham Lincoln. Remember Abraham Lincoln? Lost 8 elections, failed twice in business, and suffered a nervous breakdown before he became the President of the United States. Okay. So you can remember him.
The desire to blame. Blame can be defined as the holding others' responsibility for our misfortune. Some people cause their functioning parent, negative relationship, socioeconomic disadvantages, health challenges, or other life hardship as the reason for their unhappiness and lack of success. When we became When we blame, we give away our powers, according to Greg Anderson.
Okay, number 5 po, the struggle to forgive yourselves. Ito pong napakahirap. All of us make mistakes in life. When you look back at your past deeds, perhaps there were decision and action you regret. There may be have been unfortunate errors in judgment. You may be caused some harm to yourself and to others. As you recall these past events, there may be an accompanying sense of self-blame at the blunders made, damage done, or opportunities missed. You might think of yourself as a bad or flawed person and wallow in guilt. During these moments, it is extremely important to be compassionate with yourselves, knowing that now that you are more aware, you have a chance to avoid repeating past mistakes and to make a positive difference with yourselves and others.
Okay, number 6 po. The fear of failure and making mistakes. The fear of failure and making mistakes are often associated with perfectionism. At least it is the certain areas in your or in my life. You may think that you're not good enough in some ways, thereby placing tremendous pressure on yourself to succeed. While setting high standard can serve as effective motivational tool, expecting yourself to be perfect takes the joy out of life. and can actually limit your greatest potential for success. Multiple studies have shown that the correlation between perfectionism and happiness. Okay? Try as we might, it simply isn't human to be perfect. And certainly not all of the time.
Yes. How can we behave in positive attitude help you become a better leader? Leaders who are achieving lasting success are those leaders who possess a positive outlook on life. To be an effective team leader, it is essential that you have a positive outlook on life. A positive attitude not only determines your level of contentment, it also impacts how others interact with you. Next is a positive attitude is a choice. Kami nga kanina ni Pastor. A team leader, you should never wait for someone else to motivate you. Do not let the circumstance dictate the way you think. No matter what you have transpired yesterday, your attitude today is your choice.
Okay, sunod po. Your attitude determines your actions. Totoo po yan. Success is not always the result of a high IQ or exceptional talent.
Yes.
Your attitude is always more important than your aptitude. A positive attitude is important because your attitude will determine your action.
Your team is a mirror of your attitude. A team leaders cannot have a poor attitude and at the same time expect the team members to be positive. The positive attitude of a leader not only fuels the leader, but it also encourages the team to keep pressing on until they succeed. A team leader, one of your goals should be to pass on positive attitude to your team. Next is maintain a positive attitude. How do you maintain it? If already have a positive attitude, it is crucial that you work on maintaining it. Maintaining a positive attitude is better than trying to regain one. If you struggle to expect the best of yourself and your team, remember you can change it because you can choose your attitude.
Okay, how team leaders can improve their attitudes? Feed on a steady diet of positive and motivational material. Start feeling, start feeding yourself with regular diet of motivational book and talks. The more negative you are, the larger
Or
the longer it will take you to turn your attitude around. Steady diet of positive will transform you into positive thinker. Achieve a goal a day. Okay? If a team leader feels that they are not making progress, it may cause them to fall into a root of negativity. Team leaders can overcome this by setting achievable daily goals for themselves. A pattern of positive achievement will help develop a pattern of positive thinking.
Yes, put a reminder of positive. You put a reminder positive there in your room or in your table. Put up reminders in your work area and hope to keep your thoughts positive. You can put up awards, inspirational posters, or positive leaders you receive. Find something that will work for you. Why keeping is a positive attitude important? It is self-confidence. When you develop a positive attitude, you will start feeling better about yourself. You treat yourself with more respect and love. And this in turn will boost your confidence level and inner strength. You will take a more new challenges and come out of your self-limiting beliefs.
And finally, how can we change our attitude? By choosing it to change how we think by trusting in God. Joyful is the person who finds wisdom, the one who gains understanding. For wisdom is more profitable than silver, and her wages are better than gold. Wisdom is more precious than rubies, Nothing you desire can compare with her. We can found that in Proverbs chapter 3, 13 to 15. God said in Philippians 4, and now, dear brothers and sisters, one final thing. Fix your thought on what is true, what is honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about things that are excellent and worthy. It is easy to dwell on negative when life is hard, disappointing, or painful. That's why it is so important to follow this verse of instruction. It's here to help us through the thought sometimes and appreciate the great moment. We are to feed our mind with blessing from God and the good things we can find in our lives or situation. We are to dwell on what is noble, right? So our action will follow our thoughts. We are to feed our mind with whatever is pure, lovely, admirable, and excellent, praiseworthy. All these things that help us to stay focused on God's love for us and Christ. Okay, let's pray po. Dakilang Diyos, salamat po. As a leader, we need to have always a positive attitude.
Amen.
At ito po ay nagmumula kung we are truly inspired by God, especially by reading His Word, the Bible. Salamat po muli sa araw ito. Pagpalaan niyo po yung mga aming kaibigan, nagsusubaybay ng aming topic. Salamat po sa pangalan ng Panginoon Jesus. Amen.
Okay, we would like to encourage you to like, share, and follow us in our Facebook and subscribe po sa YouTube so that you will receive more videos from us. God bless you all.
God bless you po. Bye-bye. Bye-bye to everybody.